Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my living room. I've been planning this for weeks, ever since we decided to get together. It's real important for me to be able to speak into your life and encourage you. And I've been meditating about what exactly I would share. And today, I want you to be brave. We need to be brave. My first encounter or memory with being brave was about 1968. I was about 10 or 11 years old. And they put me on a yellow bus from the inner city of Peoria, Illinois, Warner Homes, because they were doing something called integration. And so I didn't know what that was. That was a big word. I get on the bus with all my friends, and it takes us about 30 minutes to get to school. I pressed my face against the window, looking at all the scenery and how it was changing. And no one prepared me for what I was seeing and what I was experiencing. I was trying to wrap my mind around what I was seeing because I had only seen communities like this on television, and this was right in my city. We get all my friends, we get off the bus, and we all are scattered and separated, and I'm the only one that looks like me in my classroom. And no one prepared me for that moment and how I could be successful or how I could fit in or how I could speak the language. I didn't look like them. I didn't dress like them. I didn't talk like them. And there I was all alone. You know, it's okay to have women in your life that fit your destiny and not your history. I got introduced to that concept in that classroom by a girl named Delane Spain. Delane befriended me, this squirrely little white girl, brunette, goofy, and she was the daughter of the most successful photographer in Peoria, Illinois, Dennis Spain Studios. That's where I took my senior pictures, by the way. And she invited me to her sleepover. I was the last one to leave, so we went upstairs and played in her room with her toys and her Barbies, and I sat on her bed and about lost it because it was a water bed. I had never even seen one of those before. I didn't even know they existed. So, I mean, my mind was just twirling as my body was spinning on this water bed. I mean, it was incredible. So ladies, don't be afraid to connect with women that fit your destiny and not your history. That has carried with me. Thank you, Delane Spain, wherever you are on the planet. I will never forget my first white girlfriend. Be bold. Be bold. It was in early in my young life, I had to move to Columbia in 1994. And not by choice, it was really because of life changes. I had 4 broken children, and I was going through something called a divorce. Never thought that would happen to me. I'd liked the amenities of being married to that man. The money was good. You know, the perks were all right, but I was dying inside. You know, when a woman determines and realizes that she deserves better, she's unstoppable. And you know, if a woman stops arguing and fussing and fighting over petty things with you and gets quiet, be afraid. You don't know what she's thinking. You don't know what she's cooking in this mind. So, you know, be bold. You know, I got married, moved here to Columbia, thankfully, and met the most incredible person on the planet, a fine Puerto Rican. And we became very good friends. And we stayed committed to one another for several years. Of course, I had these 4 broken children, and he had 1 broken little Puerto Rican. And so we got together in '94, married, bought a house on Worley Street. Be fierce. Now that man's fierce. He married a woman with 4 children. And we bought this beautiful Victorian on Worley Street. And, but it was a beautiful home, but for me it was the wrong neighborhood. I was a social worker with Division of Family Services. And I would work all day with my neighbors and come home and live with them. And Worley Street wasn't a nice place to live in '94. There was drug activity going on across the street. There were drug dealers on every corner, bold, in-your-face drug dealing. There were neighbors, elderly, that could not come out on the front porch and enjoy their yards. And so I just determined in my quiet time, between me and God, we had a pact, that's how I do it, that we were just gonna have to change the neighborhood because I had 3 drop-dead gorgeous daughters. And those drug dealers were eyeing them and spying them. So I took a clipboard, went door to door to my neighbors and asked them if they would join me in starting a neighborhood association. I got doors slammed in my face. I watched people sit and watch their televisions in their living room, look to see that it was me at the door, and did not get up, didn't say anything. So I went through a lot of rejection, but I had to be fierce. We started the Smithton Valley Neighborhood Association, which was one of the largest in the city of Columbia as far as density and population. That was back in '94, '95. From there, it evolved into Worley Street Project. See, ladies, don't play small in here. Do not play small. And don't be afraid to form alliances and sisterhoods. We're all sisters. And I hope that by the time we leave here today, you will find a woman to connect to and call her friend. Thus, my concept, the word I like to use, if you hang out with me, you call me Ms. Verna. That's what my friends call me, M-I-Z, motivated, inspired, and zealous. And then I call you Ms. Nikki. If I call you Ms. Cecily, Ms. Carolyn, Ms. Shauna, then you know you're a sister friend. We started many initiatives from Worley Street. Smithton Valley Neighborhood Association, Worley Street Project, Worley Street Park Neighborhood Association, Ladies' Night Out at Worley Street Manor. Over 500 different women have sat in my living room on a Thursday night. I turned it into a woman's paradise. Some of you have sat in that living room and have watched the tears and have watched women pour into other women. We're powerful. One person can make a difference. Just be fierce and don't play small. And don't be afraid to admire the qualities in your sister friend. And then tell them about it. Janice, girl, you looking good in that pink dress today. Girl, you gorgeous. You wearing it, you working it. Don't be afraid to admire the qualities in our sister friends. You don't have to be discouraged about who you are or where you are in life, because where you are is where you're supposed to be today. But then form alliances with your sister friends, lock arms, and allow her qualities that you admire to enhance your qualities in your own life. Be brave, be bold, be fierce. You'll find me somewhere today between working on myself, because that's a full-time job, and dodging negativity, as much as I possibly can, you know, and really making a difference, not only for myself, but for others. Be brave, ladies. Be bold and be fierce. Don't play small. Thank you.